Hello everyone and welcome back. And this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Leo for the week of April 27th. And at this time I'd like to give a very special thank you to each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed. And for sharing with others, thank you. And of course all the lovely thumbs up that you've left and hitting the hype button. And of course the messages you leave, those are wonderful to see. I do truly read them. Thank you for that. It definitely makes my week. I'm glad I'm resonating with so many of you and you're enjoying my weekly readings, so thank you for staying with me. All right. Oh, nice. Four of Cups. A little bit of contemplating. Could be a little bit bored right now with your circumstances, trying to figure out which way you want to go next. You're watching everything come around you, how it's panning out for others, and using that as an example for yourself. So you're trying to figure out what your next move's going to be. You've been dwelling on this for a while, and it's now coming to a finish for some of you. Ooh, nice. Ace of Cups. Look at that. That's very nice to see. There's abundance, pleasure, overflow. You're very happy, content. There's something that's in your existence as it is that you refuse to turn a blind eye to. You know, you're watching people around you in all areas of your life, home, family, friends, and seeing how they actually work before you make a judgment on them. You're actually listening to what they say and seeing what their actions are. You know, you've come that far in your evolution here for yourself. You're no longer putting on glasses and pretending things aren't really happening. You're actually truly watching so you can make a clear judgment, you know. But you're taking care of yourself first and those you care about. So good for you for doing that. And the more time, energy, and effort you put into this, the more rewards you will get out of it. So you're making fair judgment calls here. And the Six of Pentacles, yes. Absolutely. You've learned to accept help from others. And that has not been easy for you. But you've learned that not all that come to you has an ulterior motive. Sometimes they just want to help, you know, and you're learning to accept that for what it is, from who it is as well. So you're not only sharing with others, but you're also making sure that it's reciprocated, that you're not always the one who's giving to others. And this can be knowledge as well. You know, it doesn't have to always be financial gain. But you are making sure that you're only going to give, you're telling yourself, as much as going to be returned to you. So good for you for recognizing that. And the Knight of Rods. So definitely a vacation here. Absolutely. Now this could be one that is already in progress or one that you're thinking of taking in the future. And it's looks like it's more by vehicle, you know, SUV, train, that sort of transportation. Could even be motorcycle. And you're excited about it. You know, you're listening to your own inner rhythm here for what it is that attempts you to take that wander, you know. And you're also realizing you're curbing your impulses not to just jump into stuff. You know, you're stepping back, analyzing before you do anything that you may regret in the future. So you're taking that precious 3 minutes and really looking what's on offer. And that can be, you know, something so silly as when you're on vacation, somebody says, oh, let's do the zip tie. And you decide, you know what? Not for me. That sort of thing. And the Chariot, you're starting a whole new way of doing something for yourself as well. You're beginning to understand that you need to change some things in your life as well. And you're motivated to make this progress because you've seen some stuff that helped you to recognize things in yourself that you want to correct and go that way, and you're in control of it. So you're starting this with courage and drive for this change, this opportunity in your life. Oh, nice. The Lovers. Now, this could be the rekindling of a relationship. This could be a new relationship coming into your life. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be another half of you. This could be a relationship in a job, a friendship, but there's partnerships here that is going to last a very long time. This is a good union, good coming together. If this is a marriage, a proposal, a rekindling, renewing your vows, that sort of thing, it only deepens your concerns and love for one another, because you're very much realizing you're stronger together against the world, and you just are content. You're finally realizing how much each other brings to the table and how good you're feeling about it. Yeah, starting over, new beginnings, the Fool, new opportunities. This is a new beginning for all kinds of possibilities in your life. You're increasing your sensitivity to those around you as well. And you're trusting that your life is really going in the right direction. This is you starting fresh, taking new adventures, new opportunities. And it really is going to open you up to much more happiness in your life once you stop regimental moving forward and just start to relax a little bit. It's going to change your perspective on many things that not only are already in your life, but the possibilities of what's coming. And the King of Pentacles. So definitely watching your finances, understanding that, you're investing in your life, health, wealth, happiness, joy, job. And some of you are getting financial advice, like financial help to make the investments. Maybe you've decided to try something totally different that you don't really have all the knowledge. But you're realizing it's time to grow your bank account, to secure it for your future. So you're doing it a little bit slower, but you're still following through on this because you have not only a desire for an outlook on your future as you grow older, but you're about to make it come about. And the Seven of Swords, yeah. Walking away from dishonest people who do not treat you fairly. And, you're handling this with kid gloves. You're not just, doing anything. You're definitely making sure that you're moving away from dishonesty in all areas of your life. Carrying on your own path, understanding it's time to move on, cut yourself free of this sort of stuff and start something fresh. And I think for many of you already started that path. And the World, definitely changing. This is the ending of a cycle, a fulfillment, so that you can begin again. There's fulfillment here, travel, celebrations, and life enjoyment. You've arrived. This is your accomplishments. And you are feeling very, not only accomplished, but satisfied. So good for you for that. And the Five of Cups, yes. Everybody has things in their life that they wish had gone a different way, or maybe if they handled it a different way, it might have been a different kind of outcome. So you're spending a little bit of time on remorse and regret. But again, it's nothing that's over the top or going to last. It's just you making sure that you don't repeat things from your past. You don't bring it forward with you. You're just going to let it go, but not forget the teachings. And the Hermit. Yeah, spend a little bit of time by yourself. Just Not for any in particular reason, except for maybe just calming yourself down, doing some soul searching, understanding not only do you have wealth and truth here, where you belong, what fulfills you, what do you want, what does your outlook look like for your self-independence, for your future. So you're really going within and asking yourself some pretty important questions here for your future, and you're not shy about it. And the Temptress, yeah, this is just your beginning. Once you decide to do something, it brings you balance and harmony. This is, you're finding the final things that make you content. So everything seems to be in really good balance this week for you. Things are starting to flow very nicely. You're not overthinking anything. You're just enjoying the moment, which helps you to understand a little bit more of your past and what you want in your future. Oh, the Knight of Cups. Very nice. Well, there's definitely travel plans here. It looks like on water. So this could be a riverboat, a canoe, a cruise, a kayak, an inner tube, whatever it is for you. And you're just enjoying the moment. There's also, for some of you, this looks like somebody coming in to tell you that they really have feelings for you. The beginning of puppy love. You're offering this to somebody else, or somebody's offering it to you. But there's definitely help on offer here for you to step into something totally new in your life. You're a little bit hesitant, but you want it. So you're taking that chance. And the Nine of Swords. All right. You run yourself ragged. You're finally realizing you need to stop and get off the merry-go-round. Just slow down a little bit. Because you've been worrying, fears, nightmares, insomnia. Oh dear. And sometimes you just do that because you don't have the answers right now. So you're a little bit extra stressed and worried about things. And realizing that for some of you, this is just you overthinking something. It hasn't even happened and probably never will, but it's in your head. So, all of our minds have a tendency to run away with us sometimes. And now you're exhausted yourself, realizing that it's time for you to just kick back, enjoy the moments of the surroundings that you're in right now. If you want to have a nap, go have a nap. Whatever calms you down and gets you out of your own penalty box. And the Magician. Yeah. See, you can accomplish anything you want. This is action. Manifesting, power, self-confidence, clarity, and willpower. And you have all of that. You really do this week. You've come to a big realization. Something happened recently that really opened your eyes to different possibilities in your life. And it helped you to make some pretty big strides and decisions. So now you're just implementing them. And when you do that, it takes away all that stress and worry and helps you to relax a little bit, because you're realizing you can do whatever you choose to do and accomplish it. And the Page of Swords. So definitely moving forward on something. Understanding you have the strength, determination. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of storm warning, like a disagreement here. But it doesn't matter to you, really. There's some relationships in your life that you already knew weren't on the best quality for you. So you're okay with letting them go. Just sort of doing your own thing and ignoring those kind of incidents and people. You'll speak your piece and then be done. And that's okay. You're watching how you handle things. Like you got kid gloves on here, making sure that, your words can definitely be weapons, but you're not just letting it slide either. You're realizing that you need to have the respect that you have in life from other people. So good for you for admitting that. And it takes a lot to, stand your ground sometime with some people, especially if they're relatives or friends. But you've had enough and you're saying your piece, and then you're finished. You're moving forward. You won't bring it back up, but you've done. All right. Ooh, look at that. Nice. 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful card. Happy home, happy life, legacy, money, abundance, good fortune going forward. You're really stepping into your own legacy. You're leaving behind with those you care about, not only your financial part of it, but you're caring enough to protect them. This could be an inheritance coming in for some of you as well. Maybe somebody's left you something, a home, a vehicle, finances, whatever it happens to be. And it doesn't have to be anybody that you know in your immediate people. This could be just somebody coming into, a long lost relative. And it helps you to lift and elevate yourself in your existing surroundings. But you're setting up a legacy for your own, for your immediate family. This is wealth, financial security, family long-term success. And you are contributing to this to keep it going and growing for your future. So that's nice. So good for you for making some really wonderful steps into your future. I really like that for you. It is quite the thing to see. All right, and your oracle card. Wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards. Success and public recognition. And there you are. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will definitely talk to you again next week. Bye for now.